I'll go ahead and start out the video with a clip of the very first prototype.
Do you have a favorite summer activity or place you like to visit?
I like boats. Do you have boats on your planet?
On Zog, we have floating pods that glide over our shimmering lakes and rivers, which are filled with luminescent creatures. They aren't quite like Earth's boats, but they are a lot of fun to ride.
To build the base, we're going to use 4 of these 2020 T-rails. They're 250 millimeters long, angle brackets, spring nuts. So simply install 2 angle brackets on one end. The other end will have 4 angle brackets. The angle brackets are flush with these T-rails. They're flush here with the T-rails. Next, we'll install 4 motors using motor mounts. These we need M5 screws, and they're 10 millimeters long, washers, and 2 tie wraps need to go into these extra 2 holes on the end. That allows you to align them so they're perfectly straight. You rest the tie wraps against the T-rail. The motors can be wired up either soldered or just use the 18 gauge wire and put the wire through the motor tab hole, twist it around, and then use heat shrinkable tubing, which is 3 millimeters wide. The screws I use for mounting the motor are M3 Phillips head screws. To wire up the motors, I'm going to use these terminal blocks, which are 2 in, 6 out. That allows us to add some headlights later on, so when the robot moves forward, it can light up the front, and when it moves backwards, it can light up the back. So use 2 per side. Each motor has its own terminal block. Here's what it looks like from the top, and I just used double-sided tape, 3/4 inch wide, to tape these to the T-rails. I started the first terminal block about 1.5 inches away from the T-rail that has all 4 angle brackets. A couple of quick notes. From this edge to this edge is 8 inches wide, and adding tie wraps around the motor to hold the wires in place helps. Make sure all 4 motor mounts are flush with the T-rails, and you'll also need these motor hub adapters, 4 millimeters to 12 millimeter hex, and then the wheels themselves are 2.55 inches or around 65 millimeters. I want you to keep in mind that after just a few videos we'll be able to test drive the base around. The tools we're going to use today will be a T8 driver for the wheel hubs, T10 for the wheels, T15 for the M5 screws, wire strippers, wire clippers, small pliers, and a Phillips head screwdriver.